What's going on, everyone? We're back again with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to make stubs after the Rolen update. Obviously, he's the brand new collection reward in the game, 99 overall. You got to get 18 vouchers to be able to obtain this card. And a lot of these vouchers are pretty expensive across all these different collections. So it's definitely very important how to make stubs, especially because a lot of them you're going to have to buy in the market, which is very annoying. We're going to look at a couple examples real quick, starting with the tops now. I've completed pretty much everything in the game. I've opened those spotlight packs, and I still need 8 of the tops now cards as it currently stands. So it's definitely something to think about. You're going to have to buy a lot of these cards because I'm pretty sure you have to max out this program. So it's definitely something you want to think about moving forward. We could take a look at another collection like Spotlight. You can only earn 4 of these. The other ones are in packs, right? You're going to have to buy them. And let's just be honest, a lot of them aren't cheap, right? 30k. I mean, I think the Calrali's up to 40, right? So it's just very expensive cards that you're gonna have to buy, and obviously you're gonna need stubs to do that. We can look at another one. Obviously the 20th year anniversary, you do have to buy these cards, especially. I only have 2 left to go, but they're still up there in price, right? 14k. So you definitely want to be able to make stubs, and I think not a lot has changed, but some definitely key notes. We take a look at the egg hunt real quick, and we have 2 cards in Diamond Quest, which is the Ricky Henderson right here. This card currently going for 11k on the market. Then we have the Lucas Urget card right here, who also goes for a lot on the market. He's going for about 12k. So if you complete this Diamond Quest, that's at least like 22k you can make right there. So it's still a pretty effective way to make stubs in this game. Now if we go over to that Conquest, we can definitely take a look at the odds, and the odds are okay. They're not insane. Obviously 72% on GOAT, but to get to the stadium, you do have to do a lot of the challenges and the missions to be actually able to get there. So you actually will get pretty close to 100 the multiple times I've done this Conquest map. And even if you do the whole map, you can still get All-Star up to 60% if you complete most of them. I did that multiple times, so that's definitely something to think about. Now, whether you want to play on GOAT or some of the lower difficulties, I still think, GOAT is probably the best move, just because you can do it a lot quicker, especially if you win, and especially if you're good at the game. It's 100% possible. The only thing with GOAT is you might have to lose. Like, the problem is with these teams is you're gonna have to figure out how they pitch and how they play, because after you figure that out, it's pretty predictable, because you're definitely gonna get in there and kind of get burned and kind of see who they throw. Obviously use your worst starter so you get their worst starter. But a team like the A's obviously isn't the best squad. The Royals are an okay team. They're not horrible this season, especially with their overalls, but I think it's definitely easier to go on GOAT than do the whole map and try to get it on lower difficulty. Or I know a lot of people do this. You do enough of the map where you get 100% on GOAT and then you hop into GOAT and play. That is definitely a smart option too. But I think this is definitely a good option, especially if you don't get the epic card and you do win, and you get the rare card and you get one of the eggs. You can actually exchange those eggs for pretty okay value. They're not insane, right? But you go to exchanges, you go to exchange items, and we have the Diamond Quest Egg Exchange, and you do get a silver pack. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but it's definitely something you can use to generate more stubs, obviously. So I do think it is smart to kind of do that Conquest, and obviously if you're trying to make stubs, go through your inventory, sell your cards. There's a lot of things in here that people, don't go through and then just have a bunch of junk that they could sell for stubs. Especially if you don't play franchise, right? Or you don't play anywhere of the show, you could sell all your equipment and sponsorships. Like, you really don't need them, to be honest. And then mostly unlockables you can sell too. Obviously any duplicates of players you can obviously sell, unless you want to save them for the roster update. I mean, I think that those are my biggest tips. Like, I think that Diamond Quest is still the best way. Obviously, go through your programs and complete your assorted programs, right? Complete the theme ones, the player ones, the spotlight ones. Complete all those ones. That will give you more cards and stubs, obviously. So that's still my recommendation for trying to get all these cards and get all this stuff done. I really do think playing the Diamond Quests and selling those cards and then kind of just flipping them on the market and then actually buying the cards you want in the actual program will definitely help you out, or in the collection, excuse me. And the thing about these collections I want to note is there will be more cards that get released for all these series, and these totals are not going to change. For example, this Tops Now one is not going to change. All these are not going to change. And there's obviously going to be more drops, right? We're going to have April drop 5, right? And then we're going to have all the May ones. And you're still going to be able to get those Tops Now cards if you're able to get this voucher. It's not the end of the world if you don't have the card right now. There's going to be a lot of ways to get these vouchers in the future. Obviously, the card might not be as hyped or might not look as good, when we get later in the season, but it's going to be easier to obtain. This total for the Rolen is not going to change, It's only gonna, the next one is obviously gonna be for the next collection that's gonna go up. So definitely something to think about moving forward. So I still think those are the best methods and ways to be able to get stubs. Play the Diamond Quest, sell all your junk, complete your programs, complete the Conquest maps, everything like that. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys can get all the stubs to get the cards you want. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.